Stop scrolling. We are back, and we are back with Spice Quest, and we are going to do the Spice Quest taste test. Keep watching. So level 1 is your pequin pepper. Now, I've never heard of a pequin pepper. Every time I see this, I see penguin and not pequin, but I have to correct myself and say pequin penguin. And it's said to be at 30,000 Scoville heat units. So what I'm going to do is each one of these heat levels, I'm going to give a couple of squirts, not squirts, but they're it's a grinder. It's a stainless steel grinder. We're going to get a couple of shots to each one of these chips. We're going to kind of give you an idea of exactly what the heat's like. All right. So that was your first one. There's, as you can see, there's some powder on there. Here we go. Now, I am using the golden sriracha Doritos for this. I wanted something that had some flavor to it, but wouldn't add to the heat of the peppers. Right now, I'm really not getting a lot of heat from it. Kind of barely a little on the tongue from the pequin pepper. Again, my tolerance is different than other people's tolerance. Let's move on. Number 2 is 50,000 Scoville beet. This is your Scotch bonnet. So let's grab another one of these. Here we go. All right, get a little bit more sensation on the tongue from the Scotch bonnet pepper. Again, for me, this is only 50,000 BTUs, 50,000 Scoville heat units. So again, but I can tell you, I can definitely feel that across my tongue now. We're still not even quite at a 1. Level 3 is your bird's eye chili. That's 100,000 Scoville heat units. That's number 3 right there. There we go. So again, really hasn't ramped up a whole lot. I mean, you're going from 30 to 50 to 100,000 Scoville heat units. What I'm getting right now is not a whole lot. Again, it might be one of those things that, you experience it really different than I. Again, it's not face melting heat. These are all designed to add a little bit of heat to the food that you're eating. Number 4 is 200,000 Scoville heat units, and that's your habanero pepper. All right, we're going to give this one a shot. Definitely giving them more powder as we go along. And at the same time, we're kind of seeing how these work. First couple ones that we did, there's more heat here. First couple that we did, there wasn't really flakes, as you saw on like the last one. There's more flakes there. Now, again, you hear me clear my throat a little bit. There's a little bit more heat to that one. So, number 5 is your ghost pepper at 500,000 Scoville heat units. Good amount on there. Now I'm starting to feel it on the wings of my tongue. Again, we've done 5. Right now, I would say my tongue is every bit of a 1.5, 2, based on what I've done. I'm not trying to be tough. I'm not trying to be bad. But if you know me, the eyes aren't watering, the nose isn't running yet. So we haven't hit anything that was really hot. Again, as I sit here and talk to you, my tongue does get a little bit warmer. I do feel the need from time to time to clear my throat. I was only going to do 5, but I think we're going to do all 10. So we're going to turn this card around, because this is my cheat sheet over here. It tells me what we have. Actually, the new ones are sending out now. Actually, right on the shaker tells you what kind of pepper it is. I believe the Scoville heat units as well, if I'm not mistaken. Number 6 is your brain strain. That is your brain strain. Poof. And just like magic, 5 more chips appear. All right. Again, this is your brain strain at 750,000 Scoville heat units. So let's do this one. So you got a good amount on there. Again, from a taste standpoint, the chip overpowers the taste of the peppers. But both your pepper powder is going to taste like pepper powder. It is going to add to the heat of what you're eating. Really isn't going to add a lot of flavor. So it's going to add a peppery flavor, but it isn't going to add a flavor like garlic or any of those other things. So, number 7, I can feel my nose beginning to run. Trinidad scorpion pepper at 1 million Scoville heat units. This is where it starts to get serious, guys. 1 million Scoville units. Now, some of you might say, I don't like heat at all, so it started serious at the pequin pepper. Pequin pepper. I keep saying pequin pepper. Pequin pepper. There we go. All right. The heat is ramping up. My tongue right now, having got to this point, is every bit of 4. The nose beginning to run a little bit from doing this for a bit. Eyes are probably beginning to get a little glassy. What do we just do? Now we're going to move on to the Butch T, and that is number 8. Butch T comes in at 1.25 million Scoville heat units. There we go. Again, the more of these we do, the hotter my tongue is going to get. It's hard to really tell you, having done all these, how much to use. The idea of the grinders here is a measured amount. You learn as you use these how much of each you'll need for your food. At the beginning, you're not going to know. But as you go along, you'll know how much of whatever one you want to do, you want to add heat to your food. Number 9, and I made a mistake on this in my video. Number 9 is actually Reaper X, not Pepper X, but Reaper X. And this comes in at 1.5 million Scoville heat units. So, you see that? All right, so now the eyes are starting to water pretty good. Again, a little stiffly, nose is starting to run, cleaning out the sinuses. Now we're going to move on to number 10. Number 10 is your Carolina Reaper, and they clocked us in at 2 million Scoville heat units. All right, so that's it. We have done all 10 of the Spice Quest spices. Having done all 10, probably done several pumps. In the comments, if you're still watching the video, in the comments, comment how many total times I did this, total, the entire video, to get to where level I am right now. I would say right now, my heat level on my tongue is every bit of a 5. Not quite the equivalent of eating a fresh Carolina Reaper, but pretty close. Again, our eyes watering, our nose is running. We've consumed a lot of powder. Shut up and burn. All right, so my final score for heat, having done all 10 of these, is a 5.5. Again, the eyes are watering good. The nose is running. My tongue is on fire. Again, this is pepper powder. My tongue does this with pepper powder. We'll do, our next video is going to be doing number 11, and we'll go over that a little bit more with you on the next video. Hey guys, check them out. Spice Quest. I love you. Keep it spicy.